It's July 11th, 2014. I had pancakes for dinner, and this is your Fortean Slip news.
In our first story tonight from bigfootevidence.blogspot.com, we are sad to report that Bigfoot Tonight radio host Chuck Prahl has passed away. Bigfoot Tonight radio host and blogger Chuck Prahl has passed away. Rest in peace to a wonderful man who has had a long and lasting impact on the community. Our prayers are with the Prahl family, and he will be missed. His wife, Judy, posted the news on his blog today. She said, "I'm sorry to have to let you know that my wonderful husband, Chuck, has passed away yesterday. He fought a very hard fight. His family and friends and I have been close by, so he was never left alone. His eldest son spent the last night with him, talking about good times and looking at old albums. Thanks to all in this community for your prayers and well wishes. I read some of your comments to him, and he appreciated your support very much." That was from Judy Prahl. On a personal note, Chuck Prahl's blog talk radio show, Bigfoot Tonight, was the very first blog talk radio show I ever listened to, and I appreciated his contribution to the community a lot. And now we'll get into the regular news.
Now we're allowed to shit on stuff, right?
Yes, now you are.
Okay.
From theguardian.com, Y2K bug triggers Army conscription notices sent to 14,000 dead men. A data input error.
Weren't we all going to die in the year 2000?
That's all we did.
Fucking, I was working at Walmart at the time, and I can remember people coming in and buying like shit tons of batteries and generators and returning it all after fucking New Year's.
I was sitting in like an AOL chat room, like doing the countdown with everybody. Like, I'm never gonna talk to you again in 11 minutes.
I pointed and laughed at you people who thought it was a serious thing. A data input error at a Pennsylvania transport department leads to letters being posted.
You fucking people from Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah, I am from Pennsylvania.
You can't read the news and you can't fucking input data into a computer.
Anyway, they sent a lot of these letters to men born in the 1800s, apparently. A year 2000 related bug has caused the U.S. military to send more than 14,000 letters of conscription to men who were all born in the 1800s and died decades ago. Shocked residents of Pennsylvania began receiving letters ordering their great-grandparents to register for the U.S. military draft by pain of fine and imprisonment. I said, Chuck Huey said, geez, what the hell is this about?
I'd have been like, go dig him up.
When he received
they already did.
When he received a letter for his late grandfather, Bert Huey, born in 1894, and a First World War veteran who died at the age of 100 in 1995. He said he was subject to heavy fines and imprisonment if he didn't sign up for the draft board, exclaimed Huey. We were just totally dumbfounded. The U.S. Selective Service System, which sent letters in error, automatically handles the drafting of U.S. citizens and other U.S. residents that are applicable for conscription. The cause of the error was narrowed down to a Y2K-like bug in the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation system. A clerk at the Pennsylvania Department of Transportation failed to select a century during the transfer of 400,000 records to the Selective Service, producing 1990s records for men born a century earlier. We made a mistake, a quite serious selection error. Jan McKnight from Pennsylvania Digital
So we're going to quit doing the Selective Service.
Sounds good to me.
Why the fuck do they even bother with that anymore?
I don't know. I got my Selective Service letter back in 1990.
Oh, I didn't get a letter. I went down to the post office and I registered. Like there was.
I can't talk about mine publicly.
Yeah, you fucking draft dodger. You motherfucker, you.
It's called a volunteer military.
Yeah, no shit, right? It's supposed to be. Like, I don't understand. That's one thing I don't understand. Why do we still have the fucking draft? Or why do we still have, not the draft? Why do we still have it in place? All the steps in place to do that. It just, it bothers me.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Also from the Guardian.com.
Those poor fucking men, though. God damn it.
Oh, but that brings up a good point. Like, not to go off on a little rant here, but I'm going to.
Yeah,
rant away.
All these dickheads that are, like, all worried about, like, well, the government's spying on my Facebook page. Motherfucker, every 18-year-old boy in America gave the government all their information. Like, they've been doing this for years, but nobody had a problem with it whenever it was handwritten for some reason.
Listen, we are more worried about the government coming after us, and I'm telling you right now, it's people that give up people. And what you're finding out more and more with things that are happening with people with their Facebook pages or their Twitter accounts is that, special interest groups and people go after them and hurt them that way.
We should do a whole show on that. Anyway, also from The Guardian, marijuana demand estimated to reach 130-ton high in Colorado. State reports demand for recreational cannabis is much higher than expected.
Matt, I'll give you two guesses. Who got this story?
Steve is not one of the guesses. A marijuana, total.
I'm not really going to guess, Steve.
I think. See, I figured, you really would. Total marijuana demand in Colorado, where the nation's first recreational pot shops opened in January, is estimated at 130 tons this year, a study for the state's revenue authority said this week. Day after Washington became only the second state to allow recreational sales of the drug to adults, report release on Wednesday said the projected demand in Colorado was much higher than anticipated. More than 90% of it. More than 90% of it came from residents, while out-of-state visitors accounted for only about 9 tons. The primary difference is caused by much heavier dosage. Only 9 tons.
That number just fucking cracks me the fuck up.
Hey, those out-of-state residents, they ain't coming from Kansas, folks.
No, wait a minute. Those out-of-state residents account for 2 people.
Yeah. If you'll notice the panhandle of Oklahoma.
The primary difference is caused by much heavier dosage amounts consumed by the state's heavy user population, those who consume marijuana on a daily basis.
Well, yeah, they voted it in fucking legal.
It said tax figures showed that the retail supply of marijuana was growing in the state, while supply via medical marijuana dispensaries
I'm
had
pretty sure
remained
Joe Rogan
relatively
lived there
constant.
before he moved back to California.
The retail demand.
Prohibition, there was probably a lot of drunk people too.
The retail demand is derived primarily from out-of-state visitors and from consumers who previously purchased from the Colorado black and gray markets, the report said. And it estimated that out-of-state visitors currently accounted for about 44% of retail sales in the Denver metro area, compared with about 90% in the mountain resorts.
Huh.
Yeah.
Rocky Mountain High.
Hey,
Yes.
Listen, it's coming, people. Just fucking hold
Yeah,
on.
can anybody name a negative effect that this has had on Colorado?
No, just hold the fuck on. Anybody who's been waiting for marijuana legalization, just hold the fuck on. Just be prepared to vote. But hold the fuck on, because it's happening. They're going to see money. The minute the fucking government officials start seeing the revenue stream from that son of a bitch, it is all over.
Well, once they learn how to tax the shit,
Yeah, it's done.
State of Pennsylvania will be dead last.
Nah.
Yeah, I think the Red Man state might have you beat.
Well, yeah, you are in the Bible Belt, aren't you?
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. I just figured it'd be harder with, being in the
Who would
Bible
make
Belt
a
and all.
belt out of a Bible?
Yeah.
There was a Bible made out of human skin I seen on Road Tripper's blog once.
Like, I seriously think, like, Arkansas is way worse than Oklahoma as far as religious conservatism.
Right.
But Oklahoma will definitely be last. I mean, just in the past decade, we legalized tattoos.
Say what?
Yeah, he told me that, like, I don't know, like a couple of months ago. It blew my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny.
It was literally like 2007, 2009, somewhere around in there.
So gay marriage is like,
Not happening for a while.
So the wedding that I just got an invitation to, you couldn't have one of those in your state?
We still have 3-2 beer.
Oh, God.
I'm not familiar with 3-2 beer.
Well, it's like real beer, but with a lot of water.
Oh, like near beer.
Yeah.
Okay.
O'Doul's.
O'Doul's.
And I thought Pennsylvania was bad.
From
theblaze.com. Mysterious radio burst detected from deep space, but scientists have no handle on what they are. It was only a split-second burst of radio waves, but what a radio telescope in Puerto Rico detected has scientists excited about pulses that seem to be originating in deep space. What's especially exciting about this find, according to a news release from McGill University, is that it's the first time such a fast radio burst was detected by an instrument other than the Parkes Radio Telescope in Australia. Prior to the pulse's detection, which was made at the Arecibo Observatory on November 2nd, 2012, there was still speculation that the radio waves could be originating from on or near Earth. That's not the case anymore. Our result is important because it eliminates any doubt that these radio bursts are truly of cosmic origin?
Origin?
Did I say
Origin, Steve.
Wow.
I get that wrong every freaking time. Victoria Caspi, McGill University astrophysics professor and the principal investigator for this study, said in a statement, "The radio waves show every sign of having come from far outside our galaxy. A really exciting prospect." Just what's causing
where
these...
Charlie Sheen finds out that they came from here, and it's the backwards knee aliens. No.
I'm thinking like the universe is like just one big giant circle, and it's just one of our radio waves hitting us from the other side. It's going around the circle.
And it's actually Roger Waters' radio waves.
Yes. It's actually a Daft Punk concert.
Just what's causing these bursts, though, remains a mystery, but possibilities include evaporating black holes, merging neutron stars, or
it's a
flares
Billy Ray Cyrus live event.
Miley.
Which McGill described as a type of neutron star with extremely powerful magnetic fields.
It's anything but aliens. Just as long as it's not aliens.
I think it's aliens. Well, just think about it. It's got to be aliens.
A strange spacecraft crashed into the Earth
just
today.
Ask, if you wanted to be
Scientists
aliens,
believe it's the result of a black hole hitting a neutron star.
If you wanted to be aliens, just ask Giorgio Tsoukalos.
Aliens. We really have no handle on what they are, lead author of the study, Laura Spilter, who discovered the phenomenon while doing doctoral research at Cornell University and is now at the Max Planck Institute for Radio Astronomy, said, God almighty, that's a long title. Scientists are highly skeptical of such discoveries, of course they are, that all bursts up until now had been discovered by the Peaks telescope was a cause of concern. Now with the discovery of a burst from Arecibo, we are more confident that FRBs, I'm assuming that's a abbreviation for fast radio burst, are astrophysical phenomena, and discovering and classifying them should be priority of radio astronomical observatories in the future. And that, fellas, is the news.
Wow.
I had cereal for supper.
I feeling
I
like
can't stand eating breakfast outside of breakfast
dude,
hours.
I fucking loved it. I made myself 3 pancakes with syrup. If I could have, I would have made fucking French toast instead. I'd have had bacon. I'd have gone the whole fucking 9 yards if I'd have had it. But all I had was pancake mix. And I was like, fuck it. It's pancake night.
Count Chocula is what I had.
Count fucking Chocula.
Yeah, they still make it.
Yeah. I was on a fucking Captain Crunch kick for a little while, but it's hurting my teeth again, so. And the rest of my mouth. Like, I need, like, serious mouth surgery after I eat a bowl.
Yeah. I went to the dentist last night, and, yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
If wet cereal is taking your mouth out, it's probably time to go to the dentist.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it
not.
is.
It's not. Have you ever fucking eaten Captain Crunch, motherfucker?
No, never have. What's it like?
Oh, it take
A crunchy captain.
No, you
Yeah,
go
I've
out,
had
go out,
Captain Crunch, motherfucker.
go out into a sand pit and pick up like a handful of rocks and try to chew them after they've soaked
So
in
why
milk.
the hell do you eat it then?
Because it's good.
I've always thought handful of rocks was pretty tasty myself.
Oh,
Is this the show that never ends?
this is yeah, it's ending.